Have you ever missed someone while knowing with absolute certainty that you never want them back? It's a strange feeling because missing someone is supposed to mean you still want them. But sometimes the people we miss the most are the people we'd never choose again. So what exactly are we missing? Imagine this. You're cleaning your room one afternoon. Nothing special, just another ordinary day. And then you find something you forgot existed. An old photo, a movie ticket, a random note. And suddenly, someone you haven't thought about in months appears in your mind. Not because you want to call them, not because you want to go back, but because for a moment, you remember who you were when they were around. And that's when the question appears. If I know I don't want them back, why do I still miss them? At first, it feels confusing because we assume that missing someone means wanting them. But that's not always true. Missing someone and wanting them back are two completely different things. And once you realize that, something starts making sense. Because maybe you don't miss the person, you miss what they represented. Think about it. Maybe you miss the good morning texts. Maybe you miss having someone to tell random things to. Maybe you miss who you were back then, or the routines, or the excitement, or simply having someone there. Our brains are strange like that. They don't store memories like a security camera. They edit them, almost like a highlight reel. Nobody replays every moment. We replay laughing in the car, inside jokes, late-night conversations, the small moments that felt ordinary at the time. Meanwhile, our minds quietly skip over the arguments, the anxiety, the disappointment, the times you felt lonely even when they were right beside you. And that's the strange thing about nostalgia. It doesn't show you the whole story. It shows you the favorite scenes. Think about your favorite TV show. Maybe you finished it years ago. You still smile when you hear the theme song. You miss it, but you don't wish to stay in that world forever. You just miss how it made you feel. People can be like that too. Sometimes you're not grieving the person. You're grieving the feelings, the memories, or even the version of yourself that existed when they were around. Scientists have found that emotional memories are incredibly powerful. Our brains associate people with comfort, routines, and rewards. So even after someone is gone, your brain still expects those things to be there. Kind of like reaching for your phone in your pocket and remembering you left it at home. The habit remains, even after the thing itself is gone. And habits don't disappear overnight. But maybe the strangest part is this. Sometimes we don't miss who someone really was. We miss who we thought they were, or who they could have been. Not reality, potential. The future we imagined, the conversations we never had, the promises we thought would come true. And letting go of a possibility can be harder than letting go of a person. Because reality has an ending. Hope doesn't. It's kind of like visiting your old school years later. You walk through the halls, you smile, you remember things, you miss it. But you don't actually want to be 16 again. You don't want the exams, the stress, the awkwardness. You miss the memories, not the life itself. Maybe that's what missing someone really is. Not proof that you made the wrong choice, not a sign that you're supposed to go back, just evidence that something mattered, that someone became part of your story. And maybe healing doesn't mean forgetting. Maybe it means being able to say, I miss you. And at the exact same time, I'm still not coming back. Because those two things can exist together. And maybe that's the answer. We miss people we don't want back because we aren't always missing the person. Sometimes we're missing the memories, the routines, the hope, or the version of ourselves that existed when they were around. And missing something doesn't automatically mean it belongs in your future. Sometimes it just means it was part of your past. And that's enough. Because not every chapter is meant to be reread. Some chapters are simply meant to remind you how far you've come. And maybe that's okay.